Hello, and welcome to Counseling 5313 Psychopathology. In this course, your required text will be the DSM-5, the developed by the American Psychiatric Association 2022, right? So you're going to have the DSM-5 TR. You're also going to have the Psychopathology and Competency-Based Assessment Model of Social Workers, the 4th edition. And you're also going to need the Psychopharmacological for Mental Health and Professionals, an integrative approach. Those are the three texts you will need throughout this course to complete your assignments and to accurately gauge the content and learn the content required for the course. So the method of instruction for this course, right? So the instruction in this course will be provided through lecture videos, discussion board, wiki groups. You also can always email me, myself, Dr. Ellison, at ellisonl@lindsay.edu. If you have any questions or need to get any one-on-one attention for the content, I'll be happy to set a time with you to meet with you and discuss the content of the course and help make sure that you're comfortable with the content. So here are my instruction policies. It's really important that you guys participate. You guys are actively engaged in learning. Use proper writing styles. That's correct spelling, grammar, and style are respected in all scholarship of academic writing. Respect diversity. Any communications should be with myself or classmates should be respectful of diversity. Professional communication. I also want you to cite your sources, meaning that if we do anything with writing and whatnot, if it's not your thoughts and it's coming from a scholarly source or a different source, you need to cite that source. Turn in your assignments on time. No late assignments will be accepted unless there's communication with myself before the due date of the assignment. And the use of AI tools. Please understand that you can. It is will be reported to academic integrity committee if there's any violations of use of AI tools to complete assignments or to pull information for assignments. I want to know your thoughts on these assignments. Um, please refrain from the use of those tools to complete your case vignettes and individual vignettes for the course or whatnot. It is really important that you understand the procedures and processes into clinical diagnosis. And it's really important that you guys are familiar with writing, clinical writing, and not using AI tools to do those things for you. So, your signature assignment, right, which will be your final case vignette, which will be your final case vignette, right? In this assignment, you will complete a case conceptualization for a given case vignette. Included in this will be a comprehensive diagnosis, including the DSM-5 TR and of the ICD diagnostic codes, appropriate descriptions and diagnostic conditions, and appropriate differential diagnosis for presenting concerns, demonstrate an understanding of biological and neurological impacts of the presenting problem. The client might expect that their psychiatric provider to recommend some type of psychopharmacological drug or whatnot, even though we don't diagnose, helping the client understand what may be helpful and useful for them in the attempt to try to refer them for those services is important, right? And you also want to provide an overall diagnosis and synopsis to the client, right? This will need to have proper organization and structure and should use appropriate clinical language. So what's going to happen is going to give you a vignette, and that vignette is going to have a case that you're going to review and pull the diagnostic criteria for the DSM-5 and formulate a diagnosis, a clinical summary, a differential diagnosis, and everything that's been requested for you within that. I will provide a template for you for the class or whatnot when we start to do the vignettes that will be utilized for those assignments. So individual vignettes. Students will individually work on clinical vignettes of a client who has a DSM-5 diagnosis. Students will complete the summary of the clients, develop a rationale, discuss differential diagnosis, and discuss pharmacotherapy with more likely medication that the client may utilize or whatnot, right? So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you 4 vignettes, and they're going to be from week 2 through week 6. And in those things, you're going to develop a diagnosis. You're going to discuss differential diagnosis. You're going to discuss what medications may be likely for the client, and you're going to actually provide a synopsis of the client's situation, right? So you're going to have this practice for those weeks 2 through 6. right? With those four vignettes, so you can actually have a practice run for your final case vignette, right? Each week there will be a different diagnosis. I'll give you a template. I'm going to provide templates in the course for you that you guys can look at and have ready for you to understand which vignette I'm going to be using for the individual vignettes and the case vignette. And you're gonna get a lot of practice with diagnosing and looking at the criteria and understanding the differences of the disorders. So there are going to be 6 weekly quizzes. Each quiz will include materials covered within that week. The quizzes are located in the weekly modules on Canvas. Each quiz should be done completed by 11:59 on Sunday of that assigned week. Here is an example of the weekly assignments and the due dates, as well as the signature assignments. And you're going to see when you go into the syllabus or whatnot, each week is broken up into this table. As you can see, week 1 is right here, where you see that it's beginning on week 310, and you can see in the second column that the topics and the readings will be about why do we diagnose, how to use the DSM-5, neurodevelopmental disorders, neurobiology, and psychopharmacology. Dr. Lambert actually provides a great overview of the initial introduction to using the DSM-5 and diagnosis and whatnot. And then you're going to see my lectures on neurodevelopment disorder and psychopharmacology with kids, right? And you can see in the last column, the to-do list, you can see the chapter readings, the assignments, or is it the quiz 1, which is due by midnight on Sunday. And for each week, you're going to see that all the assignments are listed there, and the due dates for those assignments are listed there, okay? So it's really important that you guys review the lecture videos. Like I said, Dr. Lambert does a great job of introducing diagnosing. He's the course steward for the course or whatnot. And then I go into actual my lecture video on neurodevelopment disorders. And psychopharmacological medications with children. Both lectures are available. It's really important that you read you watch the lectures and you read the chapters and look at the PowerPoints and look at that material before completing assignments. Again, I'm here to help. I'm looking forward to working with you throughout the course. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me via email and set up a time for us to meet virtually and discuss the content and discuss any concerns you have. Hope this is going to be a great semester for you. Looking forward to working with you.